What's up, gang? It's your boy Rod Will giving you that real you can feel, because real shit is what I done seen and what I done live. I hope you're making it a great day, because no matter what's going on in your environment, you know that you have the ability to make this shit better. I did a video yesterday about how you're being gaslighted and shit like that, right? And you're not as bad as people try to make you out to be. But this video is very important because I'm about to go into a topic that's really not talked about. And this is from a man's perspective. I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about it, but I know that women go through this. But the way the society is ran, and today's video is about emotional abuse and narcissism and shit. But what I've noticed is what's seen is the only thing that's really talked about, and that's physical abuse. And most of the time, you know, and I know it's a lot of dudes out here that beat women, and it's vice versa. It's men, it's women that beat men, it's couples that get into physical altercations and all this. I'm not here to judge that, because if you in that type of situation, any type of abuse, you should leave. You shouldn't want to be there. And like I said, that's what this video is about. But I want to talk about emotional abuse, because a lot of y'all probably go through this shit, especially as a man. You know what I'm saying? Most of my clientele and most of my fan base is men. And I know, like I said, this for women too, but I'm really talking to dudes because I'm a dude. I'm not a girl or a woman. I can't speak from that level. But I want to say that emotional abuse is something that happens very often, and it goes under the radar. So this video is about like 4 signs and shit to let you know you're being emotionally abused, because I know as a man you don't want to speak out. We really don't do all this, you know, crying and hooping and shit like that about what's going on, and so a lot of times you suppress it and it eats you up. So the first thing that I need you to look for as far as emotional abuse, because a lot of people are just, oh, you know, make you seem like, you know, if it's not physical, it's nothing going on. But the first sign is that the people closest to you, they don't respect your boundaries. This is one sign, and this is one thing that causes emotional abuse, and you're probably going through this. So what does this look like? You have family members, you have friends, or you have a significant other, a girlfriend or boyfriend, and when it comes to your personal shit, your personal space, people don't respect it. These people, they go through your phone, and even though you tell them don't go through my phone, they still do shit, and they go in there looking for shit just to start shit. Or they take clothes and shoes and shit from yours and wear them. And even though y'all may have a thing where, you know, we cool, what's mine is mine, what's yours, it's still to respect the ass and let me know that you're taking it, so I won't, you know, feel no type of way and shit like that. And it's just these different situations where you see people overstepping your boundaries. Maybe you told somebody, I don't like the way you talk to me, bro. Don't talk to me. Or lady, don't talk to me like that. You know what I'm saying? That's disrespectful. And they still keep doing it. They just undermine you. This is emotional abuse, and you don't have to put up with this shit. If somebody's doing something to you that you don't like, leave and don't go back. If you go back, it means you like it, or you doing the shit and you trying to play victim. And it's going to lead me into these other points that I'm getting to. But that's the first sign and the first thing to look for. So if you going through that with people not respecting your boundaries and they making you feel some way for trying to put those boundaries up, you dealing with somebody who's very narcissistic, and they want to live in that toxic energy, and they're emotionally abusing you. And if you don't see it, you'll see it down the line. So boom, hit that like button if you just getting in here, subscribe if you haven't already. The second thing is alienation, which, like I said, y'all, I'm from a different state. So a few of the women that I was with at first when I first moved out here, I didn't realize they would play on that. I'm a genuine dude, but a lot of people played on the fact that I moved out here with no family. That don't make me weak or nothing. But alienation is another form of emotional abuse. So if you have friends, family, significant others, and every time you turn around, it's like they use other options and resources to make you feel like you're in lack. So maybe it's a friend group you with, but you know, like you a loner, you don't hang with many people, but you got this one person you call your best friend, but they got other people and they look at you like a low-level type situation. So, you know, y'all may be finna go out and hang out, but they always make plans to go out with these other people. That makes you feel some type of way. Or if you in a relationship, say you live in a state, or you in a situation where you have less resources, less family around, less friends around than your significant other, they use this shit against you. So in the heat of arguments, they leave you high and dry with all this toxicity and mess in the air. They leave you, they go and be with family, or they go to a friend's house and they leave you there with shit in the air that's toxic. And like I said, it's emotional abuse, because people think it's just physical, but the mind is the most important thing, bro, that you got. We all are. It's the mind. All this shit is mental. So don't let this shit go under the radar and make people make the shit that they're doing to you just because they're not touching you make it seem like it's okay. So alienation is not cool, and I could go deeper into alienation, but that's a very big form of emotional abuse, is making you feel like a loner and an outcast, which is why, as chosen ones, we done watch several videos and try to understand why we even go through this shit anyway. And that's why alienation is literally using people, resources, all these things against you to make you feel like you're nothing. Because if I can reach out to all these other people in the midst of shit instead of coming to you, because if you're in a relationship with somebody, if you're their friend or if you family, you see these people confide in other people, you see these people go to other people, and that's what I need you to notice. So when you see the person that you care about and they leave you in your time of needs or whenever, you know what I'm saying, because they calculated, they know what they're doing. When they leave you and go around these other people, they not doing it just because it's to hurt you. So the third thing, and hit this like and subscribe if you just getting in here, man. Even hit the cash out, because I be giving y'all too much game, and I want some love back. Shit, I'm giving y'all hella free videos, but I digress. The third thing is leaving you in your times of need, which is kind of like alienation, and it bleeds into this shit, because emotional abuse, if you know you stressed out, you got a problem or issue going on, you could have been doing bad by yourself. You don't need an extra person around you that when you stressing, when you struggling, when you going through something, they leave you, or they just walk out, or they make plans to literally isolate themselves or separate themselves from you, knowing that you need the help. And that's why I told y'all in the video yesterday, I done been in several situations, and nigga, I had to call the fucking suicide hotline, and I got a girlfriend in the house. But whatever's going on outside of the world is more important. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say emotional abuse is just like physical abuse. None of this shit is cool. So that's why I tell y'all, bro, don't be pointing a finger and shit like that, because some of y'all may do these very things. We all are susceptible to this shit. So that's why I don't like motherfuckers who play victim and try to point the finger all the time. But if somebody's leaving you in your time of need, and you know that this shit happens, whether it's friend, family, significant others, lovers and shit like that, it's not cool. And this is a big sign of emotional abuse, because you probably been there and going through the shit I'm talking about, where you pacing, you calling hotlines, you got nobody to call on, you damn near want to take your own life. And some people, they know this shit and they literally thrive off that, bro. And so the fourth thing is, you put out positive energy towards people. This is a crazy sign. You put out positive energy to people, but they never reciprocate it, or they never give you that benefit or that validity, that affirmation that you're putting out good energy. So they gaslight you. Every good thing you do, they downplay it. They act like it's not nothing, or they act like it's a burden for them, like it's so big of a deal for me to, you know what I'm saying? And so you put out all this good energy, you love on people, you show your feminine side if you a man, if you a woman, you know, you show your feminine side or whatever, you know, but people take these things as weakness. And like I said, you know, you put out all this positive energy, but people don't want you to feel like you're doing anything right, because it's all about them. So I'm gonna make it seem like no matter how good you do, I'm gonna create problems, I'm gonna create these scenarios where you're not doing enough, and I'm gonna tell you, and like I said, it's draining. None of y'all need to go through this. If you going through this and it resonates, hit the fucking like button and subscribe. But like I said, these are the signs of emotional abuse and narcissism. As chosen ones, we gotta really understand this shit. It hits home, and that's why we suffer a lot as chosen ones too, because we can't even see that these are signs of emotional abuse. And I went through it, like I said, and you gotta speak up. I got a community where I can help y'all through this shit, because I got through it. You know what I'm saying? And so emotional abuse, physical abuse, any type of abuse is not cool. But I made the whole video yesterday to be transparent, because I had somebody come at me by some shit that they really shouldn't be opening their mouth about. But I wanted to talk about these abuse strategies and techniques, because we all are prone to, and we all go through it. But like I say, the whole objective is healing. So yes, these 4 signs may have hit for you, you may have went through them, but the ultimate goal is healing, doing the work, and not pointing a finger at other people. Because if you in that situation, and if you was there longer than a day after you felt some type of way about this shit, and you still choose to be around them, it's on you. Nobody's making you do it. And like I said, man, if you get emotionally abused, it's worse than physical, because the physical shit heals. You know, a scratch or a fucking whatever, it goes away. But these emotional abuse tactics that people use, and then they don't even clear the shit up. They gaslight you, they lie about it, they slander you, they run these smear campaigns to make it seem like nothing ever fucking happened. The emotional abuse is way worse than the physical, because a lot of people, a lot of times this shit will stick with you for your whole life if you don't get with somebody like me that can help you do the healing work, the shadow work, and clear this shit and look at it from a different perspective, and not let nobody make you feel guilty. Because anybody who's pointing a finger, bro, they a piece of shit. Because as we evolve as adults, ain't nobody really better than the other in certain instances if we talking about a problem. And that's why I said it yesterday, if it's a problem, let's fix it. or what the fuck are we doing? We just gonna keep having problems. With that being said, man, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. These are the signs to look for, man, and I hope that you are not going through this right now. But I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.